We explore space a lot, but more than 95% of the deep ocean remains unexplored. And that's terrifying, because the deep sea has had hundreds of millions of years to perfect monsters. Long before humans existed, before dinosaurs ruled the land, Earth's deepest oceans were already home to predators built for total darkness. Not just strange, but efficient, silent, relentless. Imagine sinking into water so deep that sunlight disappears long before you arrive. The pressure would crush you instantly. The temperature hovers just above freezing. And yet, in this black, lightless world, life didn't struggle. It adapted. The prehistoric deep ocean wasn't empty. It was crowded with creatures shaped by darkness, and some of their survival strategies never disappeared. They're still being used, right beneath us. Without sunlight, the deep ocean followed different rules. No plants, no photosynthesis, no easy food chains. Everything that lived here had only two choices: hunt or be hunted. Some creatures evolved enormous eyes, capable of detecting the faintest flashes of bioluminescence. Others abandoned vision entirely, relying on vibrations, pressure changes, and chemical signals to sense prey nearby. But the most unsettling adaptation was light itself. Bioluminescence became a tool of deception. Small flashes lured prey closer. Slow pulses mimicked food or mates. In the prehistoric deep sea, light wasn't used to see. It was used to lie. And evolution didn't care how strange bodies became, only whether they worked. Here's the problem for scientists. Most deep-sea creatures don't fossilize. Their bodies are soft. Their shells dissolve in acidic water. Entire species vanish without leaving a trace. For every prehistoric deep-sea predator we've discovered, there were likely many more that disappeared completely. Creatures that hunted in total darkness. Monsters more specialized and possibly more terrifying than anything we'll ever find. The prehistoric deep ocean wasn't just dangerous, it was unknowable. And that makes the few creatures we do know about even more disturbing. One of those rare survivors was Ophthalmosaurus. At first glance, it looks almost familiar, sleek, streamlined, dolphin-like. But then you notice its eyes. Each eyeball measured over 9 inches across, among the largest ever evolved by a vertebrate. These eyes weren't for show. Ophthalmosaurus hunted in waters where sunlight never reached. Living around 150 million years ago, it could hold its breath for more than 20 minutes. And dive over 3,000 feet into the abyss. Down there, the ocean is permanently black, broken only by faint sparks of bioluminescence. That glow was enough. To survive the pressure, its eyes were reinforced with rigid, bony rings, preventing them from collapsing in the deep. This wasn't a risk, it was a winning strategy. But massive eyes weren't the only path to dominance in the prehistoric deep. Phosphorosaurus took a far more unsettling approach. Compared to other marine predators of its time, Phosphorosaurus was relatively small, about 12 feet long. But what it lacked in size, it made up for in precision. Its most defining feature wasn't how big its eyes were, it was where they faced. Straight forward. Forward-facing eyes are rare among reptiles. This configuration sacrifices wide peripheral vision in exchange for something far more dangerous: depth perception, the ability to judge distance with deadly accuracy. It's the hallmark of ambush predators animals that don't chase blindly but strike with intent. Nearly half of Phosphorosaurus's skull was devoted to its eyes. This was an animal built for darkness, a nocturnal hunter in an ocean where night never truly ended, while larger marine reptiles hunted by day or rested between feeding frenzies. Phosphorosaurus became active when light disappeared. It cruised silently through deep waters, scanning for movement, waiting for the telltale glow of bioluminescent fish and squid. Those creatures believed darkness protected them. They were wrong. Their own light betrayed them, turning them into moving targets in an otherwise black world. Phosphorosaurus didn't need brute strength or massive jaws. It needed timing, positioning, one precise strike. What makes this predator even more disturbing is its place in evolutionary history. Phosphorosaurus mastered underwater night hunting tens of millions of years before owls evolved on land. It perfected a strategy that would later appear in forests and skies, but it did so first in the deep sea. This was not a monster of chaos, it was a predator of calculation. While mosasaurs were built like armored vehicles, designed to overpower anything in their path, Phosphorosaurus was built like a scalpel, silent, efficient, and lethal in the dark. Some deep-sea killers went for intimidation instead of subtlety. Viperfish evolved teeth so long they extend outside their mouths even when closed. The fangs curve backward toward the eyes because there's simply nowhere else for them to fit. This design has remained largely unchanged for millions of years because it works. These creatures don't chase prey. They wait, motionless, invisible, until the moment something drifts too close. The prehistoric deep ocean was a horror story that lasted over 500 million years. A place filled with staring eyes, impossible teeth, and bodies shaped by darkness itself. And the most disturbing thought of all, the deep sea never stopped being strange. It never stopped being dangerous. We've explored more of the surface of Mars than we have of our own ocean floor, which means some of those ancient survival strategies, perfected long before humans existed, are still being used today. Down there, in the dark, evolution never sleeps. We've explored more of Mars than our own ocean floor, which means many of the survival strategies perfected long before humans existed are still being used today. Down there, in the dark, evolution never stopped experimenting. The prehistoric deep sea didn't disappear, it adapted, and it's still watching.